Okay, who here hasn't been to space? Why? You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
This is coming to us from Murphy's Multiverse. So Murphy's Multiverse did tweet out and shared on their Twitter that, well, let me actually see if I can just find something really, the tweet here, so I can just read what the tweet said. But Murphy's Multiverse tweeted out, I think it was earlier today, about the question that a lot of us have been asking. And the question that's been on a lot of our minds since Eternals was, what the fuck is going on with Tiamut, the big ass celestial that's just sticking out of the ocean? It's not been mentioned. No one's talked about it in Phase 4. It's just one of those things that's like what's going on with Phase 4? Why aren't things being discussed like they were in Phases 1, 2, and 3? So we've got here, Capone, stop. Oh my God! Hold on. Fuck! Let me finish this shit. Stop. Okay, so everybody was wondering what's going on with the Eternals, what's going on with Tiamut, what's going on with the Celestials sticking out of the ocean. Well, this is coming from, again, Daniel RPK, but Murphy's Multiverse is the one that did the article, but this is coming from Daniel RPK, very credible scooper, and he said, in the Thunderbolts film, their mission will be to obtain adamantium from the Celestial Tiamut, whose body, created by Circe, has also been turned into an island. The island will be Genosha. Bro, when I read that, I was like, what the fuck? Which is one of the mini homes for the mutants in the comics. But we also had from, and I want to make sure I get this right, we also had from Can We Get Some Toast? Can We Get Some Toast had this to say. Also, Can We Get Some Toast is one of the newer credible insiders out there. He has been making a name for himself and has had some pretty on point scoops that have lined up with leakers like, again, Daniel RPK, My Time to Shine Hello, Casey Walsh, and others. He said, this was somebody that replied to him. They said, Daniel RPK already said that it was going to be Genosha. Stop trying to get clout with a scoop. To where he replied, if you knew how to read, RPK said the island shows up in Thunderbolts as Genosha, but in Captain America New World Order, I'm clarifying and telling that it's actually going to show up in Captain America New World Order as Tiamut Island. So in New World Order, it's not going to have the name Genosha, not just yet, but in New World Order, it is going to be Tiamut Island. So in Thunderbolts, it is going to be Genosha. So and we also know here, well, actually, let me go ahead and, well, I'll say this. We also know here, this is coming from Daniel RPK too, Sentry will reportedly first appear as a member of the Thunderbolts team, but throughout the film, he'll start hearing voices and losing his mind, leaving the Thunderbolts to have to stop him at all costs. Now, again, it's coming from Daniel RPK too, and the first appearance of Adamantium will be in Captain America New World Order. Also coming from Can We Get Some Toast, it will appear as Tiamut Island, and nations will fight over it because it is an untapped resource that has the potential to be even more valuable than vibranium. Of course, we gotta continue to stunt Wakanda. We gotta continue to downgrade Wakanda and its resources and things like that. But neither here nor there. I digress. So that is what's kind of going on there. But I'm gonna read you what Murphy's Multiverse is having to say about it. And this is coming from Murphy's Multiverse. New information from insider Daniel RPK suggests a major mutant location already exists in the MCU and will serve as a key setting in 2 2024 films. The new rumor claims that the corpse of Celestial Tiamut has become an island called Genosha and will be featured in Captain America New World Order and Thunderbolts. Fans of X-Men comics will recognize Genosha immediately and likely have a visceral response. Located in the Indian Ocean, Genosha played a major role in the comics for well over a decade, first as an island full of mutant slaves, then as the first attempt at a mutant nation on Earth, and ultimately as the site of a massacre which killed 16.5 million mutant inhabitants of the island. Rumors point to Tiamat's corpse / Genosha, which is indeed located in the Indian Ocean, serving as a key role in Captain America New World Order as the governments of the world learn of the presence of the Adamantium in or on the island. Then the Thunderbolts, the titular team, will be sent to Genosha to procure the precious metal. The Thunderbolts going in after Adamantium lines up with the CIA director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine's obsession with vibranium, as seen in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I didn't know that, it didn't show me she was obsessed with it, but okay. And establishing Tiamut / Genosha as a geopolitical hotspot due to its natural resources sets it up to be a key locale in the future in the MCU. Other rumors point to Thunderbolts also serving to show the super soldier research is ongoing and becomes fairly easy to connect the dots from super soldier research to Adamantium to Weapon X down the road. So those are some of the things that Murphy's Multiverse is saying there. But that's when I saw that, I was super excited, because I was like, bro, this is the first time the MCU, outside of the mentions of, Ms. Marvel being a mutant, seeing Professor X show up in Multiverse of Madness, and hearing the X-Men 97 theme song, outside of Namor being introduced as Marvel's first mutant and things like that. This is really the first time that we've gotten any connection to the mutants that we're interested in talking about. Like your Wolverines, your Magneto. Come on, Genosha. Like this, it's super dope. It's super dope to start seeing some of these things talked about. It's super dope to start seeing. Hopefully, we're gonna start. Yes, it is officially Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone. That is not living in the future. If you just hit 12 o'clock for you and it's not 1 a.m. for you, even if it is 1 a.m. for you, Merry Christmas to everyone, to all of you guys. And I'll continue that in just a second. But yeah, a lot going on there. Hearing Genosha is going to be showing up, and I like the fact that they are going to make Tiamut Genosha. I like the fact that Tiamut is not, we're not just not going to talk about it. It's not just, they were never not just going to talk about it. It was going to be discussed. So I like the fact that it's being used. I like the fact that it's going to be used for more than just the purpose of being Genosha, but it's also going to be used for the purpose of, it's also going to be used for the purposes of Adamantium and diving deeper into that and Weapon X and things like that. It gets exciting when we start talking about the X-Men. It's exciting when we start getting closer to the X-Men. We also know that the MCU is going to be establishing Phase 7. Unfortunately, Phase 7 is going to be when we get our MCU X-Men. The X-Men that are going to be which it's a long time for Genosha to be Genosha and not have the X-Men involved. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what's going on there, though. That's for phases 5 and 6, for Tiamut to be Genosha and not have our mainstay X-Men involved with Genosha, that seems a little weird. So those reports may have even changed. We may be getting the X-Men earlier, our X-Men earlier than Phase 7. Phase 7 just may be the Mutant Saga, but we still may be getting them earlier, because that's not lining up. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's not lining up. So you're going to have Genosha, you're going to have Adamantium, you're going to have all those things, you're going to have all that shit just sitting for phases 5 and 6, and we're not going to touch it till phase 7. I don't know if we might be getting our X-Men earlier. I'm still gonna hold on to the report that says that phase 7 is going to be the Mutant Saga and we're not getting them till then. But with this new report of Genosha, we could be getting them a lot earlier. So it's a lot. It's really cool to see. And again, like I said, that is coming from Daniel RPK. Murphy's Multiverse just kind of get an article on it. And can we get some toast? Another credible scooper out there. So those are the things kind of going on with Genosha. Those are things going to going on with Thunderbolts and Captain America New World Order. Captain America New World Order is about to have a plethora, and I do mean a plethora of shit going on in it. We've talked about that. We've talked about how, and I did make, I think I tweeted, no, I didn't tweet. This is what it is. Somebody had this to say. They tweeted My Time to Shine Hello about Captain America New World Order and said, this film is going to have to be 4 hours long to fit all the plot we've been told about in it. President Ross / Red Hulk, Falcon assembling new Avengers, Adamantium and Tiamut, the leader, the new Falcon, Thunderbolts setup, And then My Time to Shine Hello quote retweeted that and said, and there's even more stuff going on in this movie no one has mentioned yet. It's going to be stacked. What have I said since day one about talking about Captain America New World Order? Is that I'm afraid that the focus for Sam is going to be taken off. Because you still forget, Isaiah Bradley is still going to be in the film. And so is the Young Patriot. They're still going to be in the film. So it's like all these things, all of these elements, all of this around Sam, building a new Avengers team, Tiamut and Adamantium, Isaiah Bradley and Patriot, the leader, Red Hulk, Thunderbolts, all of these things around Sam. Are we going to actually get some character development for Sam? Are we going to actually see this? How are you going to convince us in this film that this normal man in a vibranium suit with no superpowers is now going to lead a new team of superpowered individuals in taking down the president, the new president of the United States, aka Thunderbolt Ross, aka Red Hulk? Now we're going to be dealing with Adamantium and things too. The Thunderbolts are supposed to be have some type of play in the film too. All of this, and then you, on top of that, you've heard me say this so many times. You've got Anthony Mackie at the starring point, and I'm so sorry. I've said it so many times. I'm not an Anthony Mackie fan. He's not. I don't think Anthony Mackie has the chops to be a leading man. All of this is now around Sam Wilson. This is my worry. That was my worry. It sounds dope. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. It sounds dope. But I really want the development for Sam too. I would really like to see some development for Sam moving forward. I would really like to see Sam going on and turning, into Captain America, being the Captain America that we are all, the Captain America we want to see. Because right now, Sam just ain't that. He's a regular man in a vibranium suit who has no superpowers. And on top of that, now you're adding all these elements in around him in a story that's supposed to be his first solo film. And I know some people, Raymond, might say, well, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was that. I disagree. Falcon and Winter Soldier showed us nothing about Sam, again, other than the things that I've said. He getting stopped by the police when arguing with Bucky in the street. Not really knowing anything about Isaiah. Can't get a bank loan. We learned about his sister and things and his nephews, but other than that, we ain't learned shit about Sam. And it sounds like in Captain America New World Order, it's going to be setting up future shit other than developing Sam. I'm excited for the future things, but I still want Sam developed. You've taken away black representation in T'Challa. Give us some type of representation in Sam. Like Don Cheadle said, we don't know shit about Rhodey either. Give us some representation in Don Cheadle's Rhodey as well. These are things we want to see. So I'm excited for it, but I am trepidatious because I'm like, damn, man, it sounds like a lot of shit in a Sam Wilson first ever Cap film. So we'll see, but I'm excited for it. It does sound dope. I like the reports. I like the reports of Genosha Genosha for sure. Having Genosha in there for sure gets us one step closer to the X-Men. I like the fact that we're finally talking about Tiamut, that it's not just one of these things like, oh, well, we're never going to discuss it. I like the fact that we're talking about it. And I also like the fact that this is going to be playing in 2 different films. I like the connective tissue. You guys know that. I talk about that all the time. Something that I felt lacked in Phase 4. I like the connective tissue of everything. I like that one project connects to another, to next to the next, connects to that one, and to the next. That's what the MCU is. I'm sorry for those of you, for people out there that are like, oh, MCU needs to be doing one standalone one-off films. No, the fuck they do not. No, they don't. I've even seen people saying these specials need to be their own things, like Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night's not its own thing. It still fits into the wider MCU. It's the MCU is built the way that it was supposed to be built. It's a cinematic universe. So no, I don't want their own things. I like the connective tissue of everything. But you may be different. So let me know down below in the comments what you were thinking. Are you excited for these new reports for what's going on with Tiamut, what's going on with Adamantium, what's going on with Genosha, what's going to be happening in Captain America New World Order? We've talked about those reports. What's going to be happening in Thunderbolts? We've even talked about those reports. But this is new. It's going to be going on in both of those films. So let me know down below what you guys are thinking about some of these new reports for the Thunderbolts, for Captain America New World Order, and just the X-Men in general with Genosha.